finally welcome back to Jubilee Road. So before we get into today's video, and you probably can see what in front of you what this is going to be about, I just want to say yes, it's been nearly 2 weeks since I last did a video. Most of you that follow me on Facebook will know why. It's been absolutely unbearable during the heat wave up here in the attic, and then because I got a full-time job, time just ran away with me. But finally, yes, I'm back here in the attic filming videos. So in today's video, we're looking at a Hornby APT. Now, you all know what that is, an advanced passenger train. Now, Hornby have released this fairly recently, a modern version. This isn't it. This is the original Hornby APT, and the information I've kind of gathered on it, these were released around the 80s. Now, if you know different, please put in the comment section below, but I found around about the 80s mark these were brought out. This particular one has been lent to me by GLR Bespoke Services, so thank you very much for them for letting me have this for a while. In today's video, we're going to see, is it still any good after all those years? This particular one has been in storage an awful long time. It has had a little bit of motor maintenance, and I've also added my own weight into the power car because that just wasn't heavy enough to run around the layout. So as I said, we're going to take a closer look at it in today's video, and we're going to have a running session, so be interesting to see an APT here at Jubilee Road. So let's get into it. And here is the Hornby original APT. So if we have a look at the front, then it has got those British Rail signs and it says Intercity. Now that's actually been printed really rather well on the front, and it stood up to all those years of use, hasn't it? Now you can see just under there we do have working lights. Unfortunately on this one they're not working as well as they should. If I lift it up, you got the number there, which is 370, that's the class of them, and this is 002. But so far they're very nice. We've got very small windscreen on these. We have got a windscreen wiper there, but it is moulded, and we got a vent there. Now I don't know if that's the air horn sat behind there or not on the real one, so please again let me know, because I'm not up on the APT. Where we have the bogie then, quite nicely detailed for its age, and then we have this lovely bit of colour here printed really well. We got the yellow, red, white and grey. Really smart front end on these. Very futuristic too, even by today's standards. We do have an interior which seems to be, well, pink. Bit of a funny colour for an interior. It looks very pink to me. I don't know if that's faded over time. It possibly has done. And then we have the connection between the coach. Now, as you can see, the bogie actually is shared by the two coaches. It's not the best connection in the world, it's really not. But for the time, that possibly would have been completely fine and normal. Now we get another car. Now this got more of a blue interior, which looks slightly better. Then we have the power car. Now the motor actually is in here. Unfortunately, yes, on this particular example, the pantograph is missing, which we are got to sort out at some point. The actual roof detail in here is not bad. That's rather nice. It's nice of them to represent that on the roof there. We got the lovely big British Rail arrows there. That's what they are, by the way, if you didn't know. It's two arrows facing opposite ways to each other. We do have, as you can see, nameplate there. That's a really nice one. It's City of Derby, which it says on there. Then we have another coach which is exactly the same, and then we have the rear one there, which is exactly the same as the front one. It's a very nice set, isn't it? Really rather special to have this here at Jubilee Road. The motor is the original in this. It has the original good old Ringfield motor. This one's running pretty well, a tad little noisy, but you can expect that from those due to its age as well, obviously. It does have a rather nice party piece, this model. Even back in the 80s, Hornby did this. Yes, of course. One of the main features of the real one, it tilted, and the model does as well, so you'll see that in the running session. As usual, we'll go in the reverse direction away from the camera. Now this obviously is completely DC. It will never be changed from that. Just keep it original as possible. So let's see what happens. That's not too bad. It is a tad jumpy because it has been in storage an awful long time, but it's not particularly bad, is it? It runs back and forth. The motor is a tad noisy, but you can't expect that from these older motors, but that's pretty smooth for its age, isn't it? Yeah. To be honest, with a model that age and being in storage that long, I don't think you can really complain about that. Really rather nice running, and yeah, well worth picking one up if you have the money and the space to run one. So that is a look at the original Hornby APT. Please let me know your thoughts. Do you have one? How long have you owned it? And all that kind of stuff. And please let me know, do you still like this series when I'm looking at the older models? Because they still definitely have a place on your layouts, even in the modern era today. They really do. And keep them serviced and they will keep running, well, for years and years, like this one. So that's it from me. I'm now going to leave you with the sights of it running around here at Jubilee Road, and I'll be back with loads more railway content for you very soon. Bye everyone.